Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Killer B, the goddamn Witchfinder General. You got a witch, I burn their asses up. What's going on? What's going on this afternoon? What's going on? I got a little break from school. So, do this little video on some news that happened in Texas with Timothy Simpkins, known as the school shooter at, I believe the school's name is Timberview High School. What's up, Neggy? I dropped the link. It seems that this young man has been released from jail out on bond. He was charged for shooting 4 people, I believe, and he had a bond of $75,000. Right. I'm gonna give my commentary on a little video. I'm gonna read some little information and stuff that I pulled up here. And I tagged Charleston White, hashtag Charleston White, because he said something. A lot of people don't like him. Like, he talks like a lot of shit too, kind of like me. But some people that I subscribe to and I like hearing their commentary on stuff, they usually don't agree with him. But some things he had to say, it was kind of harsh. And I guess that's his approach with most stuff. Kind of like me too. But it made some sense. He told some truth. Even if you don't like it, he told the truth. And a lot of people they like to keep things in the closet. Like, you know what I mean? Instead of sweeping the floor, picking it up and throwing it away, they like to sleep it under the couch and stuff. He said my shit state. Yeah. So this happened in your state, Nikki. So let's see, Brainstorm come on here too. I know she lives in the same state. What's up, Shamian? What's happening? So, I'm looking for some content to do and stuff like that. So I'm like, let me do this one. So, this young man has been released, and the parents did like a press conference and said their son has been bullied and robbed by these other students and stuff in the school, and I guess his life was threatened. And this young man, well, he's a man, 18 years old is quite old to be in high school. So I don't know his situation, but and his father, I don't know if his father was killed or almost beaten to death recently. Now, Charleston White described the family as a well-to-do family and stuff, right? Was able to buy their son like nice things and stuff like that. Like most suburban kids and stuff, they usually have a couple more dollars and stuff than the inner city kids. And it's sad that this man, there was a young girl that was hit, that was pregnant. There was a teacher that was shot, and maybe it was 3 people we shot. Maybe it was 3 people that shot. 2, 3 or 4, one of the 2. I'm sorry, but I know most of y'all heard the news and stuff, know all the real details and stuff. So I'm just here just to give my 2 cents on the situation. And I dropped the link. Oh, there you go, Niggy. What's up, Niggy?
Not a whole lot. It's just not good to hear something like this. I mean, I know it's very rarely a good thing when we're talking about stuff, but it's just messed up.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad on both ends. Now, I heard the parent speak, the wife. Oh, not the wife, the mother of the man. I want to call him a child, but he's not a child. He's 18, according to the United States. So I just call him a young man. So he's old enough to be responsible for his actions. I put it like that. That's what I'm basically trying to say, according to the law. Now, it seems that this young man, there was a fight. I haven't found the video. There's a lot of people talking about this video. That there was a fight before. The teacher broke it up and said this young man went to his backpack and got a gun. Right now, how the mother is, and we see this a lot. My baby ain't do nothing to nobody, right? We see that shit all the time, right? And the motherfucker be a little demon, right? It'd be a fucking demon. And I don't want to say this is the case, but that little dog will get your ass, little girl. Little girl running from the little ass dog and shit, chasing her ass down all the way through park. But we see that how this because your kid is well off, you give your child everything, right? It doesn't mean that your child is a good kid, right? Just because he dresses nice, or even if he get good grades. There's a lot of children that get good grades and distract other children from getting this good grades. It's a lot of different things that happens in the school system that parents don't realize. Some parents don't pay attention to their kids. You could be an inner city kid and the parents got all types of issues and stuff like that, and or not as well off, and you could have a good parent, right? That actually talks to the kids, know what the kids are doing, and then you can have well off parents and stuff with their kids, and they do the same, and it could be vice versa, right? In the inner city, in the suburbs, you can have kids that get everything they want, but they have no guidance from the parents. The parents is like, here, take this now, get out of my face. Don't say I never gave you nothing. I brought you a $40,000 car. What else do you want from me? Right? You get those things, right? So it seems that from what the way the parents spoke is that the school system was notified about the bully, right? And nothing was done about it. Which seems strange today. With all this like anti-bullying thing, I know that stuff is like big in schools and stuff now. And I know Negi's like younger than me, so Negi might have caught like the tail end of it and stuff. But for younger kids, this is like a common thing, like the anti-bullying and all that stuff. But when I was in school, like they didn't give a shit about that. Like it was bullying all day, every day. Like you know what I mean? The teachers might even laugh at you. Like you know what I mean? And some teachers might encourage it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, one thing I can say is that they weren't really trying to stop it. I didn't see bullying though. I
yeah,
never saw the classic, slam a dude into a locker. I never saw the, even the old classic wedgies, swirlies, that kind of thing. I never saw that.
yeah,
Like, I never saw anything that was what you would normally think of. I was one of the people that just got ignored. I mean, I think that's probably worse than actually bullying someone, is just treating them like they don't exist.
okay. Yeah, well, when I grew up, I saw all that stuff you talked about. The
So you wait,
wedgies, all that shit.
you saw. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's a thing that happened to probably a lot of people, but
It was an everyday thing, though. It was like clockwork. It like there's something that's definitely going down for the day. Like you're definitely gonna see that. You're definitely gonna experience that every day. And
I mean, the thing is, I believe that there is a level of response that is appropriate if someone is
right,
doing that to you. And I
right,
believe that there is a level of response that is super inappropriate. And I think shooting falls into the super inappropriate category.
yeah,
But also I gotta say this, I gotta say it. It should be a joke that, someone gets bullied and they go and shoot the place up. That shouldn't be a reality.
right, right. But
Like
one thing I can't.
I kind of wish that this was just something that happened in jokes and didn't happen in reality.
Right, right. Like it was like at me like elementary school and stuff like that. It was more jokes. It wasn't like intentionally trying to harm a person. It was more done for laughs and not actually um trying to, because like the reason I say that is because like it would happen and then the people would be cool the next day, or maybe the next 3 hours. Like they be all over it, and they back to being cool. They playing ball in the park, kickball, or whatever they was doing. Right, like nothing ever happened. It didn't last until the next day, or to the next week, or carry on into the next month. It was something that's like daily, like, you know what I mean? Okay, this is who's getting it today. Or say,
So
like, for me, right?
it
I got picked
wasn't
out.
so it wasn't like Stephen King movie Bullying, where it's
I
like,
never saw that.
and well, you never seen any Stephen King movies. Well,
Nah, that,
usually the bully is more like a prison rapist than a bully. So
oh shit!
it's like not cool at all. So they usually show an escalation that doesn't normally happen, but
Right now,
that's
now there
that's cool.
were. Now I had to take some of that. Well, it wasn't more like an elementary school. Most of the bully type shit was like elementary school when I had an issue and stuff with all that stuff. But like middle school, high school, it like you had like one person, maybe two people that, and usually those people were from outside of the people that grew up. Because most people go to school, the students, they known those students since they first started school. Like me, I had the same people in my classes, like from first grade all the way up to graduating high school. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you had those people that were um that entered into the school system later, maybe middle school. They came from out of town, or they just moved here. And kids was a little different. They like, for me, I was in suburbs, right? You might have a little project kid, a kid that came from the projects, and their parents, like, you know what I'm saying, got a new job and stuff, be able to buy a house, and they moved to the suburbs, right? But they still got this little badass, little ghetto ass kid and shit, right? So he comes into the school now. He looks at everybody, and he might not have the things that all the other students have. So they would act out a certain way to try to even the playing field. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got all this stuff. I'll whip your ass though. You know what I'm saying? But I'll fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? You got those new Nikes on and all that, but I beat your ass though.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's kind of funny. You know what I was thinking of when I said it should just be a joke that people do this kind of thing?
Yeah.
I was thinking of that song Pumped Up Kicks, because it's basically about a guy mad that these kids had nice sneakers.
Yeah.
So he's saying all them kids with them pumped up kicks better run faster than my gun.
Yeah. Like I used to do shit like that. And like that's how I used to combat a lot of my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a big kid, right? And they used to pick on me because of my size and shit like that. But now it'd be like, your
Oh,
parents is broke, motherfucker. And that shit was,
that's
you
messed
know what I'm
up.
saying? That would end all that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I just cut that shit off. Like that's where I get a lot of the shit. Y'all see me act up. I fucking YouTube, like on my channel and stuff. A lot of that shit is from since I was a little kid. Like if any of y'all met any of my friends like that I grew up with out here, you would see the same person. Like, you know what I'm saying? They would handle the situations the same way I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm real good with my mouth. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was a thing that you had to do in school. Like we called it hanging. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you made fun of a kid, we called it hanging. Like, oh, yo, look at that motherfucker. He got them Bobos on and shit. Like, they had a little department store called Bradley's. So if your parents brought you sneakers at Bradley's and shit, like, you get lit up when you go to school the next day. You had a brand new Bradley sneakers, and like we wearing suede Pumas and shell toe Adidas and shit. You got some Bradley sneakers. There's gonna be issues for that kid that day. There's gonna be issues. Oh, you brought some Bobos. Bobos are like no name sneakers, like department store sneakers. We call them Bobos. So like, you know what I mean? And we'll get on that kid and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, all of his sneakers and shit. Or somebody got some fake shit on, like a fake I don't know, like some fake Lees or something. They might get it. Their cousin might have some Lee jeans that they wore out. They'll cut off the patch and go get some other jeans, go get some Wranglers or something, and sew the Lee patch on the back of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kids is doing that to keep from getting picked on. But it was not really that big where a kid would want to come in and kill somebody. Like it never got to that point. Even in high school, it never got to that point. Like there'd be fights or something. Like somebody usually it's like somebody say something about their mother or their father or something. That's where the fight will come from. Like there wouldn't be no fights just picking on the kids. It'd be fights like you talked about their parents or something. Like if you be pushed to fight that, oh, that motherfucker said your mama and shit. Oh, you gonna let him say that? Like no saying then a fight to start. Or we used to put the stick on your shoulder. Put a stick on the shoulder. Like when it get to the point where the students like they're mad, like you're mad at the dude or whatever. And so one of the other students will come like, yo, and try to start the fight. They want to start the fight. So they put the stick on the shoulder and be like, yo, that shit, that's his mother and shit. So if the motherfucker knocked the stick off the kid's shoulder, that's like knocking his mother down on the ground. And that'll start a fight instant. Like, you know what I mean? It was the stupid stuff like that. Like, but as you got older, there was like mostly like what we would call a bully, what people would call a bully today. Those that we had, they weren't a lot. Like, you know what I mean? And those kids had issues. So the bully, most of the kid, like that kid that was trying to be the bully, like say that kid came from the projects, came to the suburbs or whatever, and try to bully everybody. Like kids would like kind of look over it, like they'll stay away from that motherfucker because nigga crazy because he might punch you in your face or some shit like that. Ain't nobody trying to get punched in the face, right?
Yeah,
so,
can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay.
What up?
Yeah, you know what's crazy about the whole bullying thing is that in
What?
Japan it's actually super intense in schools. Like they
Wow, I
bully
didn't know that.
kids to the point where they don't shoot because there's no real guns in Japan. They don't have them like we have here. What they tend to do is they just stop going to school and they also, just stay in their house. Like they don't leave. They're called hikikomori. And those
Yeah,
are the ones that get, they do that because they were bullied and treated badly and they feel like they have no place in society. So Japan goes hard in that. Like nuts.
wow. See,
Like
like,
even it's like what you were saying, the teachers support it. Like the whole
yeah,
Japanese society is conformist to a degree that we can't even begin to understand.
mm,
Like there's a saying that goes, "The nail that sticks up must be hammered down," and that's the Japanese mentality.
right. Like, Hugh Street said, "What up, Hugh Streets?" He said in there that he was a coke kid in school. Imagine that. Yeah, that shit have been crazy. He going to school with a turban on and some bullshit, like dressed in all white. Yeah, they will be on his ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll be taking his turban, unraveling that shit in class and shit, running down the hallway with that shit.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Yo, Aladdin, where's your
Yeah.
magic carpet? You forget
Yep.
it?"
But back to the story though. But this kid
Yeah.
was robbed. They said they was robbing this kid, and now I can see this too. And this is also an inner city suburb thing, right? So you would get kids like a kid out in the suburbs. They don't really have no want for anything, right? So say a kid, like I said, that come in, and we got an issue now out here too, where there's a lot of inner city kids are coming to suburban schools but don't live in the town. You know what I'm saying? Their parents want them to have a better education, so they'll find an aunt that live out in that town and change their address like the kids lives there. You know what I'm saying? So that kid can attend that school.
That's super crazy, but even if this kid was getting robbed, he could have just, you know, put a stop to it without using a gun. I mean,
right. And but you got the you can come up in here and he speaks. You got the what's the word I'm looking for? The attitude of you can't snitch, right? So if you go tell the teacher like you a snitch, so all the kids are gonna fuck with you.
But here,
like, know what I'm saying?
It's pretty simple because what I'm thinking is he could have just been like, made it very clear, no one's gonna steal another thing from me. I'm gonna knock out the first. I mean, you sound crazy, but as long as you don't really give up, I mean, if you look scary, sound scary, most of the people that steal will not steal from you.
Right.
That's the whole idea of bait checking.
But this is what happened. I heard he beat up the 15-year-old that he shot. He already beat up his older brother. And now the 15-year-old want revenge on it. So you have to pick when you dealing with. I'm gonna put that shit straight up how we talk out here. Like I'm not gonna try to make that shit politically correct, right? When you deal with ghetto motherfuckers and shit, you got to put a different. It's a different program. Like you got to change your program and how you deal with regular people. Like don't say that. Like I mean, when I say regular people, I'm saying regular people, right? So when you get some old hood project motherfuckers in your school, right? Not talking about shit about project people because there's some good project people, but everybody know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? Now it's a different program, like right. So it's not gonna stop. Like I said out here. Like when the kids got picked on and stuff like that, it like you was cool the next day, right? But now you got people that want to escalate. Like it'll never end. It'll never end. So you got to pick and choose how you deal with the situation. And sometimes dealing with the situation is hard. It's very like crucial what you do. The right thing could work the wrong way for you. The worst way could work the wrong way for you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think
and
you
both
heard
could
me.
have
It's not a good idea to lose your.
You got to stay on your P's and Q's, but say for instance, right now what happened, right? He beat up the older brother. That's what I heard allegedly, and the little brother came. He fought the little brother, right? And then some shit happened. The kid got the gun and shot the kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Started shooting, right? And other people got hit and stuff. But that shit could turn into some other stuff. So it's either let these motherfuckers rob you, and they might kill you the next time they rob you. You know what I'm saying? And now you go to the cops. These niggas still might kill your ass and shit.
Yeah, but it's just messed up that that's the decision someone has to make. I mean,
that's fucked up.
Those are future felons. I was kind of joking a little, but those are future felons.
Right. Yep.
Shoot.
And the parents won't do shit. Like I had a kid in elementary school, right? I could consider him a bully. He wasn't in my classes, but he was in my elementary school, and I would see him in between classes in the bathroom. Like, you know what I'm saying? In between classes, we all go in the restroom and shit, fool around like fucking wet toilet paper and throw it up at the ceiling, let it stick in the ceiling, like dumb shit like that. That was 1980s elementary school shit, right? For y'all don't know, right? Clogging up the toilets and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stupid shit. And this kid would fuck with me every day, like in the bathroom. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? I don't even know you, nigga. Like, who the fuck is you? Like, right? So one day I got tired of that shit and I whipped this motherfucker ass and shit in the bathroom, wringing his neck. Like the headlock was the shit back in the day. The fucking headlock, serious, right? Wringing a motherfucking neck like a chicken. And he had a little gold chain. I popped this chain. So when the chain pop or whatever, now his parents want to come to school, not giving a fuck about what happened or why the shit happened. They just didn't know the chain pop. They want
and you want to know why that's the only thing they knew.
Go ahead, Nick. You lay it on.
Because the little saint only told them that's it. He was the innocent victim.
Yeah. Yep. And I kind of, if things going the way where I heard it going with this case with this young man, the boy that got going through all these surgeries after getting shot the fuck up, this shit. The parents are talking about, oh, he was a good kid. He ain't bothered nobody. Like, people just don't pull out guns and be shooting motherfuckers for no motherfucking reason. Like, they do. Like, they don't say it like, not when I mean like for no motherfucking reason. I mean like just like some old bullshit. Like, something got to be kind of severe, but some people don't, depending on your environment, I guess. But Hugh Screech says we trap ourselves in that type of mindset to not snitching and keep your mouth shut and deal with the bullshit. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, you don't even have to snitch. You just have to put one of them in the hospital.
Well, that's what this guy did. That's what he did.
I mean,
and now his life
without a gun, put him in the hospital with your fists and your feet.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Yep.
I'm just being real. If they did what is said they did, then there's no reason why this guy couldn't have just.
But it happened. It happened, and the shooting still happened. But they said the boy, he had like $35,000 car, wore nice clothes. But this is a typical suburban parent saying, "Oh, they just jealous of my child because of what he got." Right, and that sometimes be the case. A lot of times that do be the case. A lot of times that do be the case. But still, that doesn't mean your son was totally in the right, or maybe he wasn't defending himself like they claim he was. Because defending yourself is when somebody pull out a gun on you and you shoot. Like, know what I'm saying? Not you like beat up somebody in a fight and they want to keep coming at you, so you go in the bag and grab your gun. No, 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 no. And I want to know, where did that child get that firearm from? So your kid wasn't that innocent to be able to obtain a firearm.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
spoken about,
Who sold that gun? That's the real question. Was it a straw
right?
purchase? Did an adult go in and make the purchase?
See, know what I mean? So I don't know if it was the uh did he, because there's no word of that he stole that gun from the family. Like, there was his father or mother's firearm, and he went in the closet and got it. You know what I'm saying? That I think that would have been spoke of already. You know what I'm saying? And I
Oh
think
yeah, yeah.
some states the parent would be arrested for that, or anybody would be arrested if you
It's just
if you had
messed
your
up.
gun
But
unlocked up.
the funny thing is,
Go ahead. You there?
yeah, yeah. My internet just acting all
Okay.
messed up again. It's stupid.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy though. Like, so I want to play a little clip from Charleston White, right? And he talked about how people act. And like he said, like, this dude was probably robbed. They kept robbing him. And he said, yo, you know how black people do. You know what I'm saying? They'll line you up to rob you and shit. They'll line you right up. They'll tell you all the things you want to hear, or they get a chick to act like they like you and shit and line your ass right. What they call setting you up. The niggas call it lining up, lining a nigga up now, right? So they could befriend him and stuff. Hey, what's up, Timothy? You're cool. And let's play video games and stuff. And he'll bring the kid over to his house to play PlayStation or Xbox or whatever the hell, right? The Timothy might go to the bathroom. And while he in the bathroom, the little nigga going through the drawers, going through the parents' room, stealing their jewelry and shit. This shit happen every day. Like, this is reality. Kids actually do that shit. Like, know what I'm saying? So they'll act like they're your friend, but all they're doing is getting close enough for you to let your guard down so they can do something worse to you. And they might kill you in the process because they didn't give a fuck about you in the first goddamn place.
I
Know
mean
what I'm saying?
that's just messed up. I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even. There's some things that I don't even understand about like kids these days, and I sound old saying that, but I really don't. It's like just things don't make sense and this is one of them.
Yeah. And the rest of America looks at it the same way. Like, why does this kid think this way? Like, seriously, why does this kid think this way? Now, you got the white school shooters and shit. They get bullied. But I guess it's kind of like the same shit, but I don't know. This shit's weird. It's different. I believe it's
It's
different.
weird because even in that case, it doesn't make sense. But for a long time, everyone was like, black people don't do this. It's like with the catch a predator type thing. They're like, black people don't get caught. It happens, and they're like,
Yeah.
you see them, and their brains are scrambling because they're like, this doesn't happen. Black people don't do this, and then it
Yeah.
happens.
Right. Yep.
It's like that's a white people thing.
Yeah. But I think it's like, I want to say it's different, but it's not. but the scenario would be it'd be a little like the approach to it. It'd be a little different. It seems like the white kids that shoot up schools, they bottle a lot of shit in, and nobody gave a fuck about what was going on. But from what I hear, it kind of was like the same shit with this kid too. But this little motherfucker was driving around like he a shooter, because they said they got a picture of him in the car with the gun sitting on the side of the door. So there's a lot of parents out there that think the kids are cool because you buy the kid everything.
It's
but that's what a lot of these parents think, that since they buy their kids everything, they don't have any want to go sell drugs. They don't have any want to rob anybody. They don't have any want to go and be bad or nothing like that, because their parents are buying everything for them. So there's no reason for them to go out and try to rob somebody or try to sell drugs or try to steal something and shit like that. But that don't be the case all the time.
Yeah, there is a reason why people do it in those cases. It's not because they want things. It's because they want an adrenaline rush.
Mm-hmm. And the attention.
Yeah, they want to feel powerful. That's like basic.
Yeah. And like, just like out here in the suburbs, you got a lot of kids out here. They might as well grow up in the motherfucking projects and shit. They might as well. Their parents work hard all their motherfucking life to give them ass a decent education and buy them clothes and shit.
And,
so
and in some instances, it's not like that. In some instances, the kids that grew up in the schools in the inner city, the messed up thing is they got metal detectors in those schools.
Yeah,
they got guards that are there to watch. Like, fights break out, but the guards are there to they probably get tired of their job. I would never be able to do that job. That's like World Star 24/7,
Yeah.
Like, God, I don't want to do that.
But like out here, there's so many black, and I'm talking about the black kids that I grew up in school. Like I said, from first grade all the way up to motherfucking elementary school, all the way up to high school. A lot of these motherfuckers ain't here no more, where they should be here. There's no reason for them not to be here Like me and some of the rest of us still walking around this motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them, I done lost count on my fingers how many of them gone. And it's for dumb shit. It's not for like a car accident, drunk driving, crash into a tree. That's suburb shit right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not gun violence and shit. Like, these motherfuckers die from gun violence and they from the motherfucking suburb. So they intentionally put themselves in that element. They intentionally put themselves in that environment. So I think this kid could have been doing the same thing and got around. Because, like, if you go to school, do your schoolwork, and mind your motherfucking business, it's kind of hard to get on the radar of some of these people. Like, you know what I mean? But if you out there, you're wearing all the latest clothes, you're like, you know what I'm saying? You're what niggas call stunting and shit. You're showing off and shit like that. You're going to catch attention of the wolves. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to move in and they're going to maneuver. They might put a little girl on you or some shit to set you up. Like, take to your house and the bitch unlock the door, let these motherfuckers run up in there. Like, kids do that shit. Like, that shit happened every fucking day. U-Street says, hey, Killer, people be using your videos to do lessons on? Like that Darwin. No, you did tell me that. I didn't get a chance. I was looking for the link. I'll wait for you to send me the link. And Sam Miguel, what up, Sam Miguel? He says the legal system fails. Well, how do you think the legal system failed? If you're still in, because I see only one person up here now. But I would say the legal system failed. I know some people would question why, after shooting all those people, why he got a $75,000 bond, right? But also they gave. Remember, don't forget, all you niggas out there, don't forget that they gave that Asian guy a small ass bond like that for shooting that little boy out in front of his house. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it depends on the judge. It depends on your financial situation. Depends on what you did and the reason the shit was done, or the reason they feel like the shit was done, right? So, and one thing I don't like, and what tells me a lot about the kid, Know what? I'm gonna play that shit right now. I'm gonna show y'all something. Texas school shooter. Let me show. This is how I look at shit. This is how I look at shit. That can kind of tell me what we're dealing with a little bit. Okay. Okay, released. So his parents got money to get his ass out of jail. Let me pull it up here. That's the statement. Released on bond. Here we go. Check this out.
Tonight, Timothy Simpkins is out of bond a day after police say.
Do you have anything to say?
Look at this.
Among the many tragedies.
Say?
God damn. Here we go.
Tonight, Timothy Simpkins is out on bond a day after police say he perpetrated a school shooting that left a 15-year-old in critical condition.
Do you have anything to say?
Among the many tragedies unfolding is the fear
Now-
students are now carrying to class.
And there is no reason that a student should bring a firearm into a school or feel threatened in that way that they feel like they gotta have a weapon.
Arlington PD investigating several disturbing videos. The student in the white shirt being beaten is the alleged shooter, and the aggressor, the victim in the ICU. Simpkins' family says they reported bullying to the school.
The decision that he made, taking the gun, we're not justifying that. That was not right. But he was trying to protect himself.
Do you believe that?
His mama bald head. By the way. But not the big fun. I was talking shit. But you see the fight? It's shit going on. Now, they said they reported to the school. So those are decent parents. As far as we can see. I don't know why the father almost got beat to death, but those are good parents. They did what the parents supposed to do. Now it's up to the school system to handle that situation. But sometimes that child that's causing the problem, their parents ain't available. That happens too. Just like me when I was a kid, right? They have what they call that shit. What they would call that night. It's basically like a night where your parents come to the school and the teacher talks to the parent about your child's progress and shit like that. I used to go there and it only be like 3 parents up in there, 3-4 parents tops, but the class got like 15 kids.
And that's just
You know what I'm
how it
saying?
is sometimes. But you know,
Yeah. So like these kids and stuff, they could go out because these kids was doing shit. Elementary school kids was out doing shit that I wasn't allowed to do. Like these kids, they would tell me this. Like I didn't know for sure they were actually doing it, but go shopping by themselves. Parents wouldn't even take them shopping. Give them the money, let them go to the store.
that's
Or
kind
Yeah,
of
that shit crazy.
that's kind of ridiculous. That's kind of crazy.
yeah,
That's
and they're
like
responsible.
that's just like that shouldn't even be reality.
Right. Especially for an elementary school kid.
Yeah, you
Now I look
said
at the elementary school
elementary.
kids. Yeah, they little tiny little motherfuckers and shit. Like we felt like that we was grown ass motherfuckers in elementary school. We were bigger. Like it does seem like the elementary school kids got smaller, like over the years and shit. But it's weird. Like just looking at elementary school kids now and looking back at that for a kid to have to go school shopping by themselves. Or maybe they could have been lying and didn't go school shopping. Maybe they got them shits with a hand-me-downs from their cousins or some shit like that. I don't know. But these kids were sexually active.
That just that's crazy too. That's like
Yeah.
not even that's gross. But Yeah, whatever. I was about to make some joke about going to the Pokemart. That's the most you should ever be shopping at 10 years old.
Yeah, crazy.
Like, yeah, and what you just said is absolutely just I can't even make a joke about that. That's too I don't even
Yep.
know what to say. That's just too gross.
Mm-hmm. It
Like,
was bugged out. These kids like come to school like, yeah, I got me some pussy last night, and this and that, and I'm looking at them like I'm thinking something wrong with fucking me, something wrong with me and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, why am I out here doing all this shit? These niggas is out here doing it. And I'm a little ass kid, we in 5th grade and shit. These motherfuckers talking about like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they probably was lying and shit. But they
I
was
don't
talking like they really was doing it.
I don't think my face does those statements justice. I think this is just like for real. They must have heard their parents or something or older
Yeah.
brothers or
Yep.
like,
That
for
could have been a
real.
lot of it too. That could have been a lot of it too. Yep. It was one good friend. He was like my best friend. He wasn't all right in the head and shit. Like, he was a little
Like
slow.
sometimes the
I guess
worst
something was wrong
groomer
with him.
is the one.
Yeah. And they said his brother was like giving him crack, like fucking like in elementary school, like middle school. It fucked him up even more. Now his mind is just like shot. Like, he got all types of crazy medications and stuff. Like, he's like a zombie basically.
Yeah,
Like, he walks around like a zombie.
that's
basically.
messed up. But I don't think you heard what
Yeah.
I said a few minutes ago. I said, you know, sometimes the worst groomer is the one in the house. Like older brother type thing. That's the worst groomer that
Yeah.
a kid can have is his older brother. I'm saying that
Yeah.
as someone who is an older
Yep.
brother and kind of can smell it, you know, with people.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Like, I never had any like older brothers or anything like that. So that's true. That's true. Like, you can have an elementary school kid and the brother be in high school doing high school shit, and the little brother see it like he trying to do high school shit too, or whatever. Yep, that's just crazy.
And then other
Unreal.
worse things that I don't even want to say on air because it's just so
Yep,
so
it's
messed.
bugged
Yeah,
out and
it's
bizarre.
crazy. But situations like this are crazy. They're nuts.
Yep. Yeah, it's just unreal, man. It's unreal. It's a shame that like people got to like go through all this crazy stuff. But San Miguel says, I think the bond was too little. 75. No, 75,000, not 7,000. Maybe I got it wrong. I thought it was 75 grand. Oh yeah. That's what it took them to get him out. Yeah. But shit, that's a lot of money to put up, though. Shit, still. Somebody got
That's a
money.
lot.
That's still
That's
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
money.
money only for them to get a guilty conviction.
Yeah. Yep, because he did wrong. Yeah, you only got to pay 10%. You're right. That's what you meant.
Yeah, he should have just handled this way differently. But that's all I
Yeah.
gotta say. And my phone's
But-
about to die, so
Okay.
yeah.
But yeah, like you say, you could have handled it different, but sometimes your influence and stuff, it gives you the idea to handle it the way that the people fucking with you would handle it. You know what I'm saying? I want to know how he got his hands on that shit. Because
Yeah.
a real good kid ain't gonna have no way of obtaining that.
Yeah, that's messed up. But I'm just gonna go. But before I leave, I gotta say, yeah, some good kids know how to get their hands on some metal.
Yeah. Yep.
Some, you know, some guns or whatever. You know, some crazy
Yeah.
stuff.
And this for all the like the little all the little nigglets out there and shit. Don't think a suburban motherfucker won't do nothing to your ass and shit.
Yeah. And with that little use of the word that I've been thinking multiple times, I'm out.
All right, man. Stupid. All right, anybody else want to come on? Oh, let me say thanks to all my supporters right now. Shout out to Bill Hill, Sister P, San Miguel TV, Bracewell Homeschool Academy, Josh, Yasu, Victor Always, and I said San Miguel TV. Sister P. I'm going to double them up to that. Sister P, Great Star Homeschool Academy, Myron Edwards, Bill Hill. We got Bill Hill got too many motherfucking names and shit. He need to chill all that shit. Yasu, Victor Always, San Miguel TV, Siberius, the Sleeping Servant, and Nagy Springfield. I think I got them all. All right. So anybody else would like to join the subscriber supporters list, you send me a donation at Cash App and just leave what name you want me to shout out, and I'll shout you out every single video I do from now on. All right. The Cash App down there scrolling at the bottom of the screen. So yeah, I'm gonna play what Charleston White had to say about this. No, let me finish playing this clip. This is what I want to talk about. You see the little nigga coming out?
15-year-old.
Now this is a good kid. This is a good
Among the many
kid. That was a good kid that did the shooting, right? So all the kids. I don't know what.
School shooting that left a 15-year-old
Look,
in critical.
what's wrong with this right here? I should have been coming out of school. Y'all see what I'm getting at? Y'all see it? This nigga coming out the goddamn school and shit. Like coming out the hospital, not the school. Not coming out the hospital. Coming out the fucking police station. What's that on backwards? That would be the last motherfucking thing I would do shit. If I was up in that motherfucker. But they ain't put him in the cell with his motherfucking hat on. I know that. Right? He decides to put his hat on backwards. Now, to some adults, certain age, you wear your hat on backwards. Me, you're a badass kid. In certain generations, have your hat on backwards. Or a certain way, be that you doing something that's not good. Drug dealing or gang member or follow some type of crime, the way you wear your hat. Today, I don't think people pay attention to that much, but it doesn't look right. It look right. I'll say that it doesn't look right. I don't know what y'all thoughts on that. If my parents, if that was me, and I'm coming out there, my parents wait for me, and I just did some shit like that, and I'm coming out that motherfucker with my hat on backwards. Nigga, I might as well just walk my ass right back up the steps, right back up in that motherfucking fucking station. Because they be taking me to the hospital. Especially after $7,500 to get your ass the fuck out. No. That they can look at that in court too. Trust me in that shit. They can look at that shit in court, like, you know what I'm saying? What this nigga think he is? I mean, that hat on. If I did, I'd be wearing that shit like a regular motherfucking person. Like, I'm about to go play baseball. Oh, nope. It sounds fast. Well, talking fast. Hold on. Let me see how I can fix this. All right. Get my clip now. How many now? Oh, shit. I'm going to erase my goddamn. I don't know. Shit. Let me know how it sounds. But, I hate this shit. It slows down when I'm using StreamYard. That's just weird.
One of the many tragedies unfolding is the fear students are now carrying to class.
And there's no reason that a student should bring us up into a school or feel threatened in that way that they feel like they gotta have a weapon.
Arlington investigating several disturbing videos. The student in the white shirt being beaten is the alleged shooter, the aggressor, the victim in the ICU. Simpkins' family says they reported bullying to the school.
The decision he made taking the gun, we're not justifying that. That was not right. But he was trying to protect.
Once again, there's no father to speak.
Do you believe that bullying?
I do understand families' concerns. And to the family, I want to assure them that we are going to do everything we can to look into why that happens.
Today, police made another arrest for a young student threatening violence against a different Arlington area school on social media. Parents and police calling for sweeping change in safety and culture. Sam Brock, NBC News.
All right.
Thanks for watching our
YouTube
channel.
All right. All right. See something here. Nobody want to come on? The fuck I don't do? No. No, what the fuck? What shit is that? Hold on, y'all. This shit's not bullshit right now. Am I still sounding weird? Okay. All right, let me refresh. I'll be right back. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, bro? You hear
What's
me?
going on, bro? Good to
Yeah,
see you.
yeah, everything good. Good to see you too, man. Glad you're doing a video on this story right here. I was just looking into it.
Hello. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just really found out. I heard about it yesterday, and I just like looked at the news clip today and stuff. I decided to do a video on it and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, this is like,
Yeah,
this is crazy. I mean, but nobody died, right?
nah, nobody died yet, I
Okay.
guess. But they said that kid is in like bad shape. The kid that he shot, he got hit 4 times.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a crazy story. The kid that got hit, that was that same kid from that video that he was fighting
Yeah.
before?
Yep.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, this story's crazy. Like I mean, this is not something you could compare to like a Dylan Roof or something, That's a whole nother level for sure. But yeah, no, I think it's
Right.
I guess the fact that he's 17, right? He's 17, gonna be 18. Nobody's
Yeah,
dead.
18.
Right. I think because if when you consider everything and the fact that he was being bullied and all of that, I think maybe that's why they're going a little soft on him right now.
Yeah.
But
Could be like, you know what I'm saying? He never been in trouble before and all types of stuff.
Right, yeah.
Could play a role in that.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, you was breaking up a little bit.
Okay.
I think you're good now.
Okay.
But I don't know, like this people that was going at Charleston White. I didn't watch all their videos and stuff, so I went to the video to try to find like what they was all going crazy about. But most people just want to go crazy on certain people just because of who they are and stuff. I try to look at what they're saying. Because there's some people I don't agree with. Just like Hassan Campbell, right? Most people don't even they be on Hassan Campbell's head, and he do some dumb shit like a lot of times. Like, but then again, he has a way of saying things that are true, and people don't like. They might like the way he say it, or they could be embarrassed, or like like a lot of people like a lot of cultures and stuff. They try to sweep stuff under the rug and act like that shit ain't happening when it is. Like I heard him today. He said, "I never in my life thought I would ever say that." Because a bit lot of people, a lot of like hood motherfuckers and be like, "Man, I don't wish jail on nobody." Like, right? Okay. He said he never thought he never thought he would ever say that, and here he is saying it. That this motherfucker need to be in jail. Like, but he was talking about there was a robbery attempt of a lady trying to get into her apartment in New York, and there was a dude waiting on the corner in the hallway. And as soon as she cracked that door, the lock popped, to open the door. He came running around the corner, trying to force his way in. That's just crazy.
From outside. That happened in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and my wife was watching that yesterday. I was like, yo. But that woman was on point. You see how quickly she came in there and closed that door?
Yeah. Yep. She was quick as hell.
She noticed that he was following her from outside.
Yep.
And you could tell like he was kind of like stalking her. And I'm sure she could hear him walking behind her and then close the door, to the building. Yeah, I saw that whole thing. I was like, wow. And the dude is like, excuse me, open up. Like, what? Who are you?
Yeah. He actually rang the doorbell afterwards. He had enough nerve to ring the doorbell. I couldn't believe that.
Crazy. Yeah, that was crazy, bro.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, how you doing, buddy? All right. And he didn't like pay any attention to the cameras, or he just didn't care. That would have seemed like he just walked away, like, oh well, I missed this one, and he just walks away. That was weird.
Yeah, that was really strange.
This is unbelievable. But super strange. But there's a lot of people and stuff, and they need to be a lot harder on people with crime and stuff. Like people talking about defund the police. No. They need some more shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like in New York, they just passed that thing like last year. Like, if you on something that's not like a violent crime, they're gonna let your ass go.
Right.
Like if you ain't half kill somebody and get arrested and shit, they gonna let you go.
Yeah.
But I think it could be like a simple like assault or something like that. Yeah, there's no bond.
They closed down. They're closing down Rikers Island if it's not already closed down.
Wow.
Yeah, and that place holds usually people that are locked up for no more than 12 months. I think they hold them there. If it's like a little small bid, it's not that serious of a crime, then they'll keep you in Rikers. But yeah, that's I think there's a lot of like when you're going into politics and stuff. It's really on the Democratic side that's pushing that defund the police. Not all of them either. It's like the ones that consider themselves like the progressives which are
breaking up.
Yeah, you hear me?
All right, I hear you now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I hear you now.
So yeah, it's mostly from what I'm seeing is like not even the moderate Democrats. It's like the really far left Democrats like AOC, De Blasio. Some of the council people in Seattle and Portland, like you could do heroin out in the streets in damn Oregon and Washington State.
Yeah,
Seattle,
nobody messing
in Portland. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, like this was going on for the talk about trying to limit this jail time has been going on for a long time, but this here is in Arlington, Texas, right? Which is not known for being liberal. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you breaking up bad now, dude.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even.
I'm gonna have to continue this one. You hear me?
All right. Well, yeah. Well, I'm gonna be out though, man.
Yeah, you froze.
I don't know if I'm messing your joint up, but I'm gonna actually ride out, bro. I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah, I'll holler at you, bro. Thanks for having me on.
I don't know. That could have been me. But yeah, I gotta end this thing. Wait, do I got any life in my show? I might can continue this on my cell phone, maybe. No, I don't think I can. I gotta do all the stupid shit. But it'll take too long. So yeah, I'm gonna end this thing now. Thanks for San Miguel for coming on. Shout out to Hugh Screech too. Hugh Screech, hit me up when I end the stream. Talk to you on my phone. I don't know what's up with your connections and all that shit. Shit weird. But yeah, I'm gonna end this thing for my battery dies. I'm Killer B, the Wishfinder General. You got Witch, I'm burning their asses up. I'll be on tonight, y'all. All right? Peace.